First, before I get started with the story, allow me to shout out Tease for sending me this story. And this is coming out of New Jersey. And I have a feeling that I talked about this story before, but we just didn't have a face to go with the name. And I think I probably talked about it on my old channel, because when you see the picture of the young lady, her face looks vaguely familiar, like someone who I've seen before, not in real life, or not in person, but just in passing because of the type of stories that I do. But in this image, you have the picture of this nasty, tacky fuckboy by the name of Brandon Wilson, and he is the person that was charged with the death of a young woman by the name of Shawneeq Carter. He's 19, she was 26. Basically, back in September, Shawneeq was house sitting for a neighbor or a friend while they were away, and he broke into the house, and it was a botched robbery gone wrong. So they were not expecting anybody. He was not expecting anybody to be there, of course, and didn't know nobody was house sitting. And then when he broke into the house and saw her there, he bludgeoned her to death. Like, he literally hit her with a blunt object and literally beat her to death. And what's so sad about the entire story is that the person who discovered her body was her 5-year-old daughter. Imagine your child finding, not her daughter, her son. I'm sorry, her son, her 5-year-old son. Imagine your child discovering the body of you. Like, something bad happened to you and your child, as young as they are. Now, he's scarred for life. Like, the last time he sees his mother is her mangled body laid dead out on the floor. And, like, what goes through the mind of a child when they see something like that? This is very, very unfortunate. It's very sad. But this motherfucker right here, he needs and deserves every bit of pain that comes his way. I don't give a damn in which form it comes. Let him suffer slowly. I truly believe when something like this happens to people, especially when it happens to good people, the person who is responsible for doing and committing such torturous acts deserves everything that happens to them. They need to suffer slowly. Especially after I have just spent the last 2 days watching The Punisher on Netflix, they need to suffer slowly. Now, it's also saying, based on the article that I read, that he was in foster care through this house. So he knew the people that lived there. This wasn't a random house that he decided to go break into. He knew who lived there. And apparently he wasn't staying there anymore because they must have kicked him out. He must have been one of them trouble people. You know, when they can't act right in those foster care homes, they will kick them out and they got to fend for themselves. And he probably went over there, like I said, to go steal some things. He didn't know anybody was there. And because he knew that she would have called the police on him, he had to get rid of her one way or another without there being any kind of witnesses. So he killed her. Mind you, like I said, he's 19. She was 26. This is her picture right here. This is Shawneeq Carter right here. Very beautiful young lady. Only 26 years old. And they said she, I don't know if she did not just graduate from college, but she went to college, she went to high school, and, during her career, and she was doing a favor to some people that she knew. Who knew that the next time, the last time she would be alive would be when she opened up that door or when someone broke in. The last person she saw was the person that killed her. It's very unfortunate. It's very fucked up. And my condolences go out to her family, to her 5-year-old son. He's not going to be able to grow up with his mother. And it's a messed up situation all the way around. Like, she lost her life at the hands of an idiot. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. The links to the story will be in the article. in the description, as well as my Patreon, email, and PayPal links. And I'll talk to you in the next one.